Right, okay, hello guys. Welcome to another video. Right, we've got a trade recap on the first week of March. Okay, first week of March. So, let's dig in. Basically, I came into the day, right? I had a feeling in my gut where I was like, I probably shouldn't trade this day. Okay. Reason being, we had a load of new stuff happening, obviously Iran, all that stuff. So this market is bound to have some fluctuations. It's going to be a bit volatile. Anyway, let's go into Forex Factory. We had ISM manufacturing come out, okay, at 10 a.m. And obviously, pardon, we still have a lot of volatility due to the war. Okay, so on the daily chart, we go in on the daily chart. Let me actually just get rid of today's candle. We can see that. Um, okay, this is not valid. Let's, okay, let's do this. Let's do 3 hour. Okay, you know what? Fuck you. It's not working. Basically, um, let me show you what the my journal said. Okay, so given the state of the world, these lows on both NQ and ES can my deal targets for this week to come. We're still in a consolidation, being a massive Sunday opening gap as those people were shorting out the market open. Okay, so basically, this was the candle. We obviously didn't close below, so I actually should have expected bullish prices. I paid attention to this candle, which is a clear mistake on my part, and that's completely fine. We did, however, have an SMT on these highs as well, which further confirmed bullish price action. I actually failed to analyze this as well. But yeah, so we had that, took out this external liquidity, and should have expected higher prices. Okay, so back on the chart from the 4 hour. Right here, just to confirm. Yeah, so around here, what do we have? Oh, okay, I did mark it out. Nice. We had an SMT. Okay, so let's actually just there we go. We got an SMT. Okay, which means what? Coming into the market a little bit bullish. Okay, the reason why I'm saying a little bit is because on the daily, we're closer to these lows than we are to these highs. Okay. And on top of that, we are still in that massive range on the daily. Okay, cool. On the hourly, what do we have? We have price moving lower. Okay, so um, 4 hour, I was actually, this was wrong, right? We actually have bullish price action. Reason being, the only reason I said that is because we had up close candles. I'm seeing quotation marks being respected. Obviously, this is the gap. We haven't even reached into it, so there's no validity of that. But on the hourly, we do see here price runs into the opening gap and moves lower. Okay, so that could be an argument for bearish price action. However, we do have to pay attention to this SMT. Okay, now pre-market analysis. So what happened here? London causes this SMT. Okay, which is very important. Why? Because this is a clear indication of London reversing your continuation. So price takes out that low and moves on higher. We have the SMT. Cool beats. Now, obviously here is the region of change of the state delivery, right? And we'll see, let's say hypothetically, bang, range, nothing, you wouldn't have taken a trade. Okay, no problem. So continuing on, let me actually just move this away so I don't bother you guys. You can guys just purely see the chart. But yeah, so London takes out external liquidity, and what's our next reach? Internal. So here, here maybe. Okay, all the way up until the hourly highs, right? Bang, bang, bang. Okay. Actually, not that. I should also do. Okay, these are remote timeless. Okay, so yeah, those are draws, right? Coming into the market now. Um, what we got? Seeing as the overall higher time, like the daily and the weekly, look looked bearish to me. You had the sweep. I failed to acknowledge this SMT. Okay, I failed to acknowledge it. So ideally there should have been no shorts taken whatsoever. Okay, and I didn't take a short. Just let you know, I didn't take a short, but any thought process of me possibly taking a short should have been avoided straight away. So let's just have a look. Here, what was I looking for? I was interested in maybe getting a possible reversal here. So price sweeps it, and then we get a change of the state delivery and move lower. Right, so that doesn't happen. Price ends up rallying. Okay, price rallies, and that's okay. That's voided. So this confirms. See here, we get a sweep on this singular candle in SMT. Change the state delivery. Now, would price reach all the way back here? Quite unlikely, given that massive parabolic move. Okay. But yeah. So, when the market was running, I had my eyes on these highs here being swept, but obviously that just didn't happen, right? We moved on higher, and from then on, I adapted to a bullish scenario. Okay. Sorry guys, I had a fat pizza. I'm gonna be on the treadmill for like an hour after this because man, I eat too much. I eat too much, but I'm still losing weight. I'm goated. So yeah, here we can see we get a bullish gap respected on New York Open, so further confidence for bullish prices. Okay. So as I mentioned, the 15-minute gap displaces through these highs. Okay. And then at this point, so if we actually just go back here, the candle doesn't. Let's actually just do this. What was interesting to me is the candle gets hit on ES. So the volume, like the liquidity wood gets hit on ES, but not on key yet. And obviously you just give it a couple seconds, back gets hit. Okay, so then that's just kind of ignored, right? So both of the assets hit it. Now, with this, given this SMT right here, I had a 5-minute range. Okay. And what was it? Let's just show you that. Here, right? So this was my range. And price has not come into it. Okay. Instead, what I have happened is let me actually just zoom onto where I had my entry. Okay. So it was somewhere here. I'm gonna see if I can find it for you lot. But basically what happened was we get a 5-minute displacement leg, which I'm pretty sure it was this around this time here. So we get 5-minute displacement leg from, I'm pretty sure, here to around here. Okay, and then we move on to the 2-minute. We had a gap here. Yep, this was the exact trade that I took. So it was the fair value up here. And then the stop loss was here. Targets were this area here. Okay. And then let's just play what happens. This comes out and then takes us out. Okay. Now, this was a rush trade. Why? We had no liquidity sweep. Okay, very clean. Very obvious to see we had no liquidity sweep. What does price do? Obviously, it comes down and it takes out this low. Okay. From this point onwards, what's the best thing to do? Well, in this change in the state of delivery. Okay. So let's just obviously skip through and kind of show you what we're seeing. Okay. And then we get our change in the state of delivery. In this point, we could have done something like this to this. We have a gap. Now, does price reach into it? We should see if it does. And it does not. Okay, we just keep developing this range. This was a mock trade. I did not take this trade, so we can actually just remove it. Does price do anything? Nope. We have no trade set up yet whatsoever. Okay. And then maybe at this point here is where I could have maybe gotten entered. So this is if I take a correct trade. Okay. So this is the 6425. And then stop loss would be here. Targets, something like this. Okay. I think if we actually okay, this is where the market currently is. That's cool. So yeah, looking at this, we would obviously have our interstate delivery, that's our swing low. Okay, and this is our range high. Now we are quite close. Did we reach it? Nope, not yet. But I feel like the market is quite likely to rally on high. Now, the lessons learned today is that the overall read on the markets for the read on the market was good. Okay, in the aspect that I adapted and we turned out bullish, which was correct. Okay, which is good. I'm seeing an improvement in terms of reading the bias, which I'm actually really happy about because I think that's one of the more important things. But I think the area that I need to work on now is the tendency of my adaptation. Okay, I should only adapt if there's extremely good confidence showing, right? When there's a likely draw to one side. For example, when we saw this 1 hour gap being respected here, and obviously this shoot up, it's clear that we're going for longs. Okay, clear that we're going for longs, and I took a long trade, and that's completely fine. However, today was about the quality of the trade. Okay, and I felt like I was rushing it. Okay, what's another thing? Over the high time frame was sort of bullish as well, wasn't it? Because we failed to displace between that low. But now I kind of get what it's meant by it's 90% psychology, 10% trading. But you have to stay very focused and adamant on what you want to see, right? So, if I remained patient, I would have been able to maybe get a trade set up in the afternoon. Okay. Is the market gonna reach it? Who knows? Do I care? Not really. Why? Because I'm already done for trading when it comes to the day, right? I took my loss and that's that. I'm not gonna fuss about it. But yeah. Also, guys, just a tip, if you guys actually watch to the end of these videos, you lot need to get put on X, right? This is the space for very, very quick news, okay? Financial Juice, Unusual Whales, and Walter Bloomberg. That's the 3 accounts you need to follow. And these lot are always constantly updating every time. They even released ISM manufacturing. So let me actually show you guys. That would have been at what time? 2:33. It would have been at 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. So let's actually just scroll up. Actually, let me search. No, I can't search it. Nope. I want to find it for you lot, just so you can see what I'm on about. Because market opens at 2:30 and then we had news at 10, so it's 3 p.m. So 4 hours ago. There we go. Actual. See, it got released prior to news even coming out, right? It was like 10 minutes earlier before news even came out, which is amazing. And obviously works a lot quicker than Forex Factory. Forex Factory is more just like a sit back, relax, kind of pay attention to. But reading the red folders is okay. But obviously to staying up to date and active on the news, you want to use X. Okay. Anyway, that's that for today's trade recap. I hope you guys learned something from it. I know I did. And I just want to quickly check what tomorrow's saying. We got no news, 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 news. Nice. Okay. Good day, good day. All right. Well, yeah. Enough blabbing. I'll see you lot tomorrow. Bye bye.